Club Atlético Lanús is an Argentine sports club from the Lanús district of Greater Buenos Aires. Founded on 3 January 1915, the club's main sports are football and basketball. In both sports, Lanús plays in Argentina's top divisions, Primera División and Liga Nacional de Básquet. In football, Lanús has won 5 major championships in its history: the 1996 Copa CONMEBOL, the 2007 Apertura, the 2013 Copa Sudamericana, the 2016 Argentine Primera División, and the 2016 Bicentenario National Cup. Apart from football, Lanús hosts many other sports such as athletics, gymnastics, martial arts, handball, field hockey, roller skating, swimming, tennis, volleyball and weightlifting. The club has a futsal team in Colombia. History, origins and foundation. In 1854 an Argentine Lanús arrived from France and acquired the lands where the city of Lanús is placed nowadays. 2 institutions were named Lanús by that time. One of them was Lanús Athletic Club, which took part of the 1897 Argentine Primera División championship, although the club then abandoned the tournament. The other club was Lanús United, which participated in the Copa de la Confederación Argentina in 1913 and 1914. Club Atlético Lanús was founded on 3 January 1915, being formed from the merger of Lanús United and Club El Progreso. Miguel Usury was designed as president, the first in the history of the club. In an assembly held on 27 January 1915, the name Club Atlético Lanús was officially established. Debut in Primera. Decade of 1920. The club begins to play its matches in Division Intermedia at Lanús United Old Stadium, located in Margarita Wield and General de Sousa streets. In 1919 the club got promotion to Primera División after beating Argentino de Quilmes. In Primera División, Lanús played its first games in the Asociación Argentina de Football, then switching to Dissident Asociación Amateurs de Football, where the team joined on 8 August 1920. That time Lanús was beat by Racing Club by 1-0. That first season in the top division Lanús finished 11th, if 20th. During successive years, Lanús did not achieve great campaigns in Primera, even finishing last in 1923. That season the squad only achieved 2 wins and lost 14 games of 20. In 1926 Lanús finished 6th, and the 1927 season, the team made its best performance in the amateur era, finishing 3rd to San Lorenzo and Boca Juniors. Lanús earned 50 points with 22 wins over 33 matches played, being defeated 5 times. On 24 February 1929 Lanús opened its new stadium in the intersection of Héctor Guidi and General Arias streets. The stadium was built on a 50,000 square meters land given by the British-owned company Ferrocarril del Sud. Then president of the club Silvio Peri made the arrangements to get the session did not have any cost for the institution, at least for the first years. On 24 March 1929 Lanús played its first match facing Platense, defeating it by 5-2. 1930 and 1940 decades. In 1931 football became professional in Argentina. Lanús did not make a good campaign, finishing penultimate, achieving only 22 points, 28 less than champion Boca Juniors. 1 year later the club inaugurated a new grandstand in its stadium. The first version of the Lanús anthem, composed by Domingo Il Vento and Daniel Cao, was also released. In 1933 founding member Miguel Iguazueza made the arrangements to acquire the lands where the new headquarters would be built, on José C. Paz Avenue. This was approved in a meeting held on the 23rd of December. 1 year later, the association obliged both Club Lanús and rival team Talleres de Remedios de Escalada to join in order to play the tournament under the name Union Talleres Lanús, threatening them to be relegated if they did not accept. This fusion was ended in 1935 when both clubs played again separately. Some of the most notable players of those years were Atleo Duca. In 1939, forward Luis Arrieta came to the club, scoring 31 goals during his first season with the club. Arrieta was also the top scorer in 1943 along with Angel Labruna and Raúl Frutos. Arrieta would later become the all-time top scorer of Lanús, with 120 goals. Lanús remained in Primera until 1949, when the team was relegated after a controversial decision from the association. At the end of the tournament, Boca Juniors was placed last and Lanús penultimate. On the 8th of December, Boca smashed Lanús by 5-1, which finished last along with Huracan. In order to define which team would be relegated, Lanús and Huracan had to play a relegation series. Huracan won the first game 1-0 and Lanús took revenge by 4-1 in the second match, so a third game was played. With a partial score of 3-3, the referee awarded a penalty kick to Lanús. The Huracan players, in disagreement with the decision, abandoned the field, being the match suspended. The Argentine Association not only did not punish Huracan, but it decided to play a new match. During that fourth game, the referee did not award a penalty kick to Lanús while Huracan was winning the match by 3-2. As a result, the Lanús players left the field, but the association decided to punish Lanús, relegating the club to Primera B. Returned to Primera after the controversial decision made by the AFA, Lanús played the 1950 season in the second division. With still one fixture to play, Lanús won the championship when the team defeated Argentinos Juniors by 3-1, therefore promoting to Primera Division. In Primera B, Lanús played 22 matches with 15 wins and 3 losses. The team achieved large victories over El Porvenir, Temple, Argentinos Juniors, Union de Santa Fe and Nueva Chicago. The lineup for the game that set up the return to Primera was Alvarez, Vega, Daponte, Mercado, Vargas, Stremble, Vivas, Contreras, Gil, Perro, Florio, Mayano. The Globetrotters back in the top division, Lanús would be the sensation of 1951 championship, finishing the first round in the first place along with Independiente. Forward José Florio was the top scorer with 21 goals, having been sold to Italian club Torino for a record $1,500,000. The club later used the money to build a gym. Lanús finished 5th in 1954 and 1955. 1 year later, Lanús would achieve its best performance in Primera Division until then, finishing second to River Plate. Due to an outstanding line of forwards and the skills with the ball, the squad was nicknamed the Globetrotters, honoring the famous basketball team. The team suffered a lot of injuries all season long, with only Dante Lugo playing all matches. The usual team was Vega, Prato, Beltran, Daponte, Hector Guidi, Nazionale, Carranza, Lugard, Alfredo Rojas, Urbano Reynazo, Mayano. The Globetrotters thrashed the rivals with large victories over Argentinos Juniors, Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata, San Lorenzo and Huracan. Nevertheless, the team was beaten by 3-1 by River Plate, that would be later the champion. River Plate's squad had players with lesser individual skills than Lanús's, but they were more experienced and those qualities helped them to get the championship at the the end of the season. Decades of 1960 and 1970. After some very irregular performances in Primera Division, Lanús was relegated in 1961. The team finished 12th of 24th, but it was relegated due to the league system calculated the average during the last 3 championships. 3 years later, Lanús won the Primera B title, returning to Primera Division. The 2 forwards of the team, Manuel Silva and Bernardo Acosta, soon got recognition due to the famous wall pass they did together, being nicknamed Los Albañiles. In 1966, Hector Guidi, one of the most notable players in club's history, left football. 3 years later, Acosta would be transferred to Sevilla. Manuel Silva moved to his new club Newell's Old Boys in 1970, finishing with the Albañiles era. The same year, the team was relegated to the second division after finishing 7th of 7 in the Torneo Reclasificatorio. In 1971, Guidi became manager and Lanús started a new season in Primera B. The team made a great campaign, winning a new title in second division and therefore promoting to Primera Division. Lanús played a total of 28 games, winning 17, with 4 losses. The squad scored 68 goals and received 31. Unfortunately for the club, the tenure of Lanús on 1972 Primera Division season was the worst in its history, being relegated again at the end of the championship. The worst crisis 4 years later, Lanús returned to Primera after winning the promotion tournament. Once more, the team remained a very short time in Primera, so Lanús was relegated after the 1977 season. Lanús was relegated after a controversial decision by penalty kicks in a match against Platense. After 20 penalties shot by all outfield players, it was the goalkeeper's turn. The Lanús goalkeeper shot first but missed. It was the Platense goalkeeper's turn, but instead, Platense striker Miguel Angel Juarez took it, breaking the rules. The referee allowed the goal, and Lanús were relegated illegitimately. The club reclaimed, but the Argentine Football Association did not respond. In Primera B, Lanús had a very poor season and was eventually relegated to the third division. With debts of over $2 million, the club faced its worst crisis. By 1979, the club only had 2,000 members, facing its first season in the third division. The political groups linked with the club's debts decided to forget its differences with the club and helped the club face forward. Lanús won the 1981 Primera C title various fixtures before the season ended. The club, with help from the fans, was promoted to the second division, once again having more than 10,000 members. In 1984, the team reached the semi-finals of the promotion playoff to the first division, when the team had to face Racing Club. In the first leg, Racing Club beat Lanús 2-0. In the second leg, played in Independiente Stadium, the referee gave Racing Club a controversial penalty kick after disallowing a Lanús goal. Racing Club scored a goal, but the match was eventually suspended because of Lanús's fans. The match was continued at Atlanta's stadium some days after, and Lanús were down 2-1 after dominating the game. The referee, Emilio Misic, mistakenly gave the final whistle 5 minutes before the end of regulation. The Racing Club players already started celebrating, so the referee used that excuse not to reverse the decision. Lanús was once again disadvantaged because of a referee error, therefore losing the series and failing to gain promotion to the first division. Already having more than 25,000 members, the team was promoted to the second division in 1986. With Miguel Angel Russo as manager, the team returned to the first division after 13 years. Thanks to the team's goalkeeper, Alcides Herrera, the team beat Quilmes in the finals of the promotion playoff. The club also started to repair the old stadium made of wood. Lanús made a poor campaign in Primera Division, being relegated to Primera B Nacional. The club's management decided to keep Miguel Angel Russo as manager, regardless of relegation. The resurrection, 1990s. Lanús returned to the top division on the 24th of May 1992, when more than 30,000 supporters saw how Lanús beat Deportivo Maipo 2-0, winning the 1991-92 Primera B Nacional title. The lineup from the final was Ojeda, Gomez, Higuero, Mainardi, Gonzalez, H. Enrique, Kuzemka, Chara, Angelello, Gambia, Villagrán. Russo was the coach. The good campaign of the team during the 1993 Apertura allowed it to qualify for the Copa CONMEBOL, where Lanús participated for the first time in an international tournament. The team was eventually eliminated by San Lorenzo in the quarterfinals. On the 1st of October, Ariel Ibaguazar made his debut for the team, where he and Hugo Morales formed a midfield duo highly praised by Lanús's fans. In 1995, Hector Cooper took charge of the team at the start of the Apertura. Lanús finished third by goal difference and second in points. The next year turned out to be one of the club's most important. Lanús brought in Claudio Enria from Newell's and Gonzalo Beloso. In the Clausura, Lanús was placed first with 3 fixtures remaining, but couldn't maintain the spot and eventually finished third. In the second spell of the year, the club brought in Oscar Mena, Gustavo Falaschi and Gustavo Silveiro. Lanús had to face 2 tournaments at once for the first time in the history, the local tournament and the Copa CONMEBOL. In the local tournament, they finished third once again. International success. In 1996, Lanús won the Copa CONMEBOL, a tournament created in 1992. The team eliminated Bolivar in the first stage, then passed Guarani. In semi-finals, defeated Rosario Central, reaching the finals against Independiente Santa Fe of Colombia. In the first leg, Lanús won 2-0. In the second leg, Lanús lost 1-0, resulting in an aggregate score of 2-1, which made Lanús champion. It was Lanús's first major and international title. The lined-up for the final match was Roa, Cerezuela, Falaschi, Silveiro, Bresson, Mena, Cravero, Ibaguazar, Coyet, Enria, Ariel Lopez. Lanús also reached the cup final in 1997 but was defeated by Brazilian team Atlético Mineiro. In 1998, with Mario Gomes as manager, Lanús finished second once more with 40 points behind VE Acute LZ Sarsfield, which to date being the club's best campaign in terms of points. 4 years later, Lanús had to play a relegation playoff versus Huracán de Tres Arroyos, winning 2-1 in Platense's stadium and drawing 1-1 in the stadium. With an aggregate score of 3-2 in favor, Lanús remained in Primera Division. 2000's first title in Primera. In 2003, the stadium repairs were finished. 3 years later, with a team based from its youth divisions, Lanús finished runner-up of Torneo Clausura. It was the third time a team finished third in club's history. In 2007, the club got qualification for the second time in a row to the Copa Sudamericana and for the first time in club's history to the Copa Libertadores. Lanús also won its first Primera Division title, the 2007 Apertura, being coached by Ramon Cabrero. Lanús celebrated in the 18th fixture with an 1-1 tie to Boca Juniors at La Bombonera. The lined-up for that match was Bosio, Graeb, Ryburn Nieto, Hoyos, Velázquez, Blanco, Pelletieri, Fritzler, Valeri, Acosta, Sand. The squad totalized 38 points in 19 matches, with Sand as the top scorer of the tournament with 15 goals. The next year Lanús participated in the 2008 Copa Libertadores, finishing unbeaten in the first stage. In the second round, Lanús was eliminated by Mexican Atlas. In domestic competitions, Lanús once again finished sub-champions of 2011 Clausura, behind VE Acute Elized Sarsfield. Lanús qualified to play the 2012 Copa Libertadores, where the squad got its biggest win in international competitions in history. The team led by Gabriel Schara won its group and reached the round of 16, where it was eliminated by Vasco da Gama in penalty shootout. Second international title. In 2013, Lanús obtained its second international title, the Copa Sudamericana, after beating Brazilian club Ponte Preta in the finals. Club statistics: seasons in First Division, 62. Seasons in Second Division, 19. Seasons in Third Division, 3. Highest league position, 1st. Lowest league position, 20th. Player with most goals scored, Luis Arrieta with 120 goals. Player with most matches played, Atleo Duca with 291 matches. Copa Libertadores played, 5. Copa Sudamericana played, 6. Copa CONMEBOL played, 3. Biggest wins in First Division, 9-0 v Quilmes. In Second Division, 7-0 v Estudiantes. In Third Division, 8-0 v General Madrid. In international tournaments, 6-0 v Olimpia. Biggest defeats in First Division, 1-9 v Estudiantes. In Second Division, 1-5 v Belgrano de Córdoba. In Third Division, 2-6 v Deportivo Melo. In international tournaments, 0-4 v LDU Quito. Honors. National Primera División, 2007 Apertura, 2016. Copa del Bicentenario, 2016. International Copa CONMEBOL, 1996. Copa Sudamericana, 2013. Players. Current squad of Club Atlético Lanús as of February 20, 2016. Sources: official website and Argentine soccer manager Jorge Almiron out on loan. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Player records. Notable players. See also category: Club Atlético Lanús. Footballers. Coaches. Other sports. Basketball. Lanús currently plays in the Liga Nacional de Básquet, the top level of the Argentine league system.